looking at some new entry opportunity here. So I'm waiting for all our regular traders and members to show up here in this session. I hope that you guys are ready for next trading opportunity here, and I'm looking at also potential entry opportunity for this market. So let's look at here to see that overall trend direction. All right, and then also we'll be looking at overall market sentiment. So beginning with, first of all, daily chart, there is a very dramatic movement. You guys probably have seen that, and we are looking at now after this daily move on gold, that looking to see the market is structured to maintain a downtrending move here. Hello, good day, good evening, coach. What do you think about British pound US dollar? We will be looking at currency as well as the strategy. If you look at the Euro USD, are you still holding the Euro USD trade? Euro USD, no. Euro USD, we are not currently running any trade at the moment on Euro USD. Thank you. Welcome back to another live trading session here. So beginning with, first of all, on our regular trade setup analysis, as we have had our previous trade successfully closed here, that I'm looking at for our next trade setup after this initial move in the market. So first looking at gold, and if you look at any other instruments such as British pound US dollar, some of you have asked, so I'm just quickly going through the GBP/USD as well to give you an analysis. Also, if you ask for any instrument to look at, try to make sure that you also mention the time frame, what time frame you are looking at. So first of all, here is what we are looking at, the week daily chart on GBP/USD. We can see that initial move from this daily perspective. This is the daily opening on British pound US dollar, and from here we see there is a movement. It's now trying to pull back here below in this area on British pound US dollar. From the 4-hour chart here, that you guys can see from this intraday perspective, this is the initial move back to the upside. From the 4-hour time frame, we see few upside momentum. Now on GBP/USD, if you look at that, there was a big move here followed by this pullback, and we can see the market is trying to push again back above. So this is the uptrending cycle, 4 hour 15. Thank you. Good to hear that. So on GBP/USD, this is currently in an upside cycle. So if you look at here, that you can see GBP/USD had a breakup structure at this level, and after this breakup structure that you can see here, with this breakup structure, the market has moved again back to the upside of this breakup structure. And with this breakup structure, the market has gone back to the upside. The price has reached that key zone where there is an important area of value. Here along this area, we can see the market now slowly trying to break below. But if you look at, this is a very strong move, pullback. We could see another new higher high here on GBP USD. That could trigger back potentially to 1.3653 or around this area here on GBP USD. So therefore, any pullback below GBP USD can trigger back to the upside from the lower time frame and higher. You see, this is the 15 minutes price action. There was a very strong breakout, new higher high, pullback. So therefore, it can start to trend back again to the upside on British pound US dollar. So that said, GBP USD is in an uptrend that you can see here. Now going back to the gold, you can see that here gold started to move again back, and we have later today also there will be a news coming up, and we will be looking at to see that actually how the market potentially do here with the 1 hour price broken above here. Now we can see the price again started to react back below of this resistance line, shows that XAUUSD is to remain here in the direction of this downtrending move. Now you see there is a channel. You look at that. This is a channel where the market is trading around this area, and we saw that there was a significant drop of this channel from here, strongly broken back below, followed by this moving back to the top of the channel, and we can see the market has broken back below again. We can see the price is trying to push here back above to this zone. There is a breakup structure of this channel. Right now it's reverting back again, so it shows that there is still a volume in the direction of the major trend. I'm looking at daily chart. Here's the daily price action. This is the daily support level, which is an important daily support area on XAUUSD. And because the market in this downtrending move on the daily chart, this is the daily support, therefore here the market trend could maintain its move back below, could maintain its downtrending market structure. So therefore, if you look at this is the 5 minutes price action here with an initial drop to this support, and there is a breakup structure, straight move, straight drop. So what you can see here, this is the one single move, guys. This is what I always talk about. This breakup structure that you can see here is a one single move back below, one single move back above, as well as now we can see the market started to break below. So from the technical analysis perspective in the market, the price has broken the resistance line with, there was, if you look at also, there was a break here below, and that level, this is the key level. Identifying key level is the first key to understand how to trade in a high probability movement. So you can see here from this zone, the market has straight broken back to the key level, which is an important area of value. And with this key level, the price has reached that liquidity zone. Of that liquidity zone, we are looking at here now the market to trend back in this direction of the major flow. So are you guys ready to take the flow? This is very important to look at here in the market to take that movement back down. Now if the market is being able to break again high, my bias here is still bearish. Gold, yes, we are looking at gold. And let's look at now the overall trend. The analysis is really important, because if you looked at our London session trade, how many of you closed the London session trade in profit? I would like to know see the feedback from you guys. I'm sharing mine that I have closed in London session trade in our both group. Now if you look at, we are looking at the same kind of trade setup again for our NY session move. Okay. Alright, so here at this point we can see the market slowly trying to break below. There's another 5-minute candle closed, and also there is a large 30-minute candle closing after this breakout structure, which is showing that there is a potential for a trend continuation back below here in this market. From the intraday as well, we can see the market is rejecting of this resistance line, so which shows that gold is currently in this downtrending move, which is showing up that the price action maintaining that downward flow back below to this support. Okay, so let's look at here how the market might do. Please go. I want you to do analysis on gold. Thank you. I told him don't bring SMA 200 idea in the market. Where is that guy? He's using SMA 200. He does. Okay, so what we can see here, please go. I want you to do analysis on gold. Thank you. We are looking at, if you look at that overall, we are looking at XAUUSD to enter on high probability zone. Do you think it could go back to 4,3950? Very possible. And very, very possible that the market to break 4,000. Yes, I think so. I think so. The market shows similar kind of pattern here. Okay. Now, Brandon, coach, please teach that guy the role of SMA 200. Tell him to use SMA 200 to scalp only, not holding big position. The role of SMA 200 is to scalp, not holding thing. Okay, firstly, I do not use 200 SMA in my strategy. All right, and the reason is, you see that how many indicators that I have in my chart, the minimum. Let me tell you, I used to use all indicators in my trading. You know, you can find very few indicators that I haven't used. Not only that, we have developed an advanced indicator. You see the trade entry engine. This is one of our advanced indicator, and this is for those who have a minimum time to trade. But the real trading is not an indicator. Why? Because all indicators are lagging. Let me tell you what is lagging. Lagging means, if you Google, once you understand the real secret of the market, it's gonna be easy. Okay, so what is lagging? Lagging meaning, come on. Lagging means that falling behind, experiencing a delay, or using experiencing a delay. Okay, so lagging means that something that has already passed away. All right. Now, all indicators are lagging, except few. Except few means that, like for example, ATR. ATR, in fact, is not an indicator; it's a volatility index. But if you look at that indicator, such as that, all indicators are lagging, means that the indicator will give you past information. Okay. And why it is not beneficial much? Let me tell you. Everything is perfect. Okay. The sun rises in the east or west, anywhere where you are living, it depending on. Sunny day, everything is right. Okay. Suddenly, rain begins. Okay. Sentiment changes. You planned for a big day and you packed up. So, the moment there is a rain, everything changes. we don't pay attention. Actually, it changes the global situation. Just for a one rain, everything changes. Okay, because you packed up, you canceled your outing, that has a ripple effect that can go far, far, far beyond your imagination. There is, if you consider all aspect of it. Okay, once you cancel your outing, you cancel your ride sharing car, you cancel your fuel cost, fuel pump, you cancel the man who is working on the fuel pump, you cancel the delivery of fuel from refinery. Okay, you cancel the shift of the mobile operator, you cancel the shift of tire mechanic for the car, restaurant waiter. Okay, and then also the restaurant waiter's house in another country, there also you cancel something, because after he working, he would send some remittance to his parents. You cancel their shopping in another country. You see, so that's a complete cycle that goes on and on and on and there is a complete wave of cause and effect. Okay, so the market like that. Okay, the market like this. The moment something happened, all the indicators information that you have found has changed, because every second there is something being booked, something being cancelled, and which is completely impossible to measure with the past event, right? You can't measure something with the past event. It's sometimes called there is slight change in the parameter here that can create major change on the other side. Okay, if you throw a stone on your pond, that can create a tsunami in Mars. Or in Jupiter. And it can create even a Big Bang on the other side of the universe. So that's what happens. Okay, there is a huge difference where it is now. And the market like that. Okay, so the moment something has been occurred, it changed. So therefore the indicator is lagging. So what is in fact beneficial here for finding an edge of your probabilistic trade is the price action. Okay, is the price action. You see this candle that you can see, the red candle, this supply area, demand area. The price action is where you can find high probability information for your trading decision. Alright, so that means we are looking at the entering or trading based on the current time frame price action, okay, which is very important to look at here. Okay, trading has incorrect RSI, FB, Fibonacci and other do not lag. Fibonacci is not an indicator. Fibonacci is a measuring tool. Okay. RSI also, of course, it's a lagging indicator. It's an so look, something indicator, something momentum. Okay, we tell all indicator, but they are not all indicator. ATR is not an indicator, it's a volatility index. Okay. So indicator is one thing and measuring tool is something else. Fibonacci is not an indicator, it's a measuring tool. You measure how much retracement occurred. It's a measuring, like this one here, a scale. You see that? That's a scale that you are measuring. It's not an indicator. ATR is not an indicator, it's a volatility index. Okay, so how much volatility has occurred, you are just measuring it. Indicators aren't meant for placing trades, they are for warnings and confirmation. Fib is no problem, guys. This is now the market is almost at the daily support level, right? Let's okay. Indicator can help you to have some edge in the market. Okay, absolutely, but they are not the primary decision maker. That's what I do have indicator. You can see that I use 10 and 20 EMA all the time since very beginning of my trading career. So it helps. The 10 and 20 exponential moving is a very integral part of all my trading strategy. Okay, even if you use Fibonacci sequence, market has its secret and no one teaches show those secret easily. Yes, I could people no one teaches the secret properly. Okay, the reason is, first of all, to teach, one has to first decode that secret, right? It's sometimes finding that secret is not easy. It takes a lot of time, effort to give first to get that right. You see, go back to my channel and see how many hours of live session recorded in this channel. So all those live sessions that I was actively looking at the chart, right, and talking. Not only that, out of live also hours of time that I have looked at the chart. So that experience required first to understand before you give it to someone, right? Okay, no, this is where I don't agree. You don't need anyone to show you. Yes, you need someone to show you. Okay, you need someone to show you. Mentorship or mentor is very important. You won't be able to always navigate. You see that, go to some very higher level of understanding to know that actually. Okay, so if you have you watched some of the stories, okay, such as very famous stories that you will see, in all those stories there is always a mentor or guide to give you a direction. There is always in each story. Those stories emerge from very, very, like from years of thousands of years, right? So that shows that actually you need a mentor. Did you see in all aspect, you won't be able to do yourself everything. Everyone born and then has some dependency, right? As a child, no one born like an adult. So when you're born as a child, that you need someone to guide you to your adulthood, and then it's the same journey that you need in every aspect. So it's a metaphor, right? If you let's say at the age of 28, but you went to a job the first day at your workplace, you are actually a child in that workplace, right? No matter how old you are a newborn child in that workplace. So that's where you need someone to guide you, someone to give you the right information or whatever training to take you to adulthood of that domain, right? So it's always something that you need someone to give you the proper instruction. Okay, even if you use backtesting, market doesn't go behind, it does go forward. Like you backtesting, and if backtesting fails, where will you capital with? Okay, backtesting will give you confidence, okay, about your trade, about your strategy, but backtesting will not always reveal the future information, okay? But backtesting will give you some confidence that this strategy works, so I can try on a, like in a real market scenario. Because very simple, our brain doesn't work on like in an imaginary situation, can work, but you need to see something to convince yourself to make an effort, right? Let's say you don't know anything about trading results, that you may not be able to motivate yourself to trade for long enough. But if you back test, then you see some data that is visual, okay, it's going straight to your brain, okay, that's it's like a picture, an image in your brain is acting, and you like when you back test, you say, oh, that's nice, it's working. When you say that, you create a thought pattern that telling yourself that it's working, okay? And then you open one trade, it didn't work, and then you know that, okay, didn't work, but I know that after 200 500 trade I saw it worked, so probably the next one will work, okay, like that. So you have some data to visualize yourself. Visualize is very important, visualization. So, okay, it's not easy for someone who know that thing deeply to show you exactly what in the market. Put that in your head and you'll see. Okay, now let's see what is our trade setup. We had our London session trade that we have opened and closed in. At the moment, there is a breakout structure that you can see here that has given its a momentum now with a complete breakout structure above to this. This is a New York session volume. The market has returned or reacted back below that can come back down here again. Okay, with here 1 hour bearish engulfer. Long bearish engulfer showing that the market to maintain its downtrend. So the market trend here is still, after this break of structure, we see there is a renewal of this downtrend. So that here now shows further stronger move. Technically, we see there is a possibility for deepen further below here in this market. All right, this is what we can see from the technical aspect. Let's look at, you see that there is the news coming later today, and we'll be trading this one, ISM manufacturing PMI. And also guys know that this is the NFP week, which is very important to look at. And with this NFP movement that you can see, it's clearly in a trend that you can see, and with the NFP week the market might get pretty volatile here. And this is the, and also you will be looking at the overall fundamental and also what is current geopolitical sentiment, which is, if you looked at that, we discuss here in each of our trading session. Now probably you have known this here first time or recently, but it's very essential to analyze the market from the context of the geopolitical sentiment or the public sentiment or the overall sentiment, is because the market is driven by human emotion, and which is very, very highly contingent, right? What is called the connected. All right, so if you look at that on XAUUSD, that we'll be looking at what is the sentiment aspect of the market. No date or venue has yet been finalized for the resumption of long-stalled direct talks between the US and Iran. Okay, this is something that definitely important, because this is what we will see that overall direction in the market. Iran Revolutionary Guard, our air defense shot down an MQ-9 drone in the Strait of Hormuz. So there is a drone has shot down. That's what I'm saying. Iran deja vu. Trump once again threatens massive escalation against Tehran, only to walk back. I don't understand what this Iran deja vu really. We're tightening more by pausing than by lifting rates. Okay, I think that rate is significant. Was tightened more by pausing than by lifting rates. His bond market veteran argues. Here's the math. So Trump says Iran talk to resume Monday after calling off planned strike. Okay, we can see that there is there's a movie on Spider-Man. Why central banks aren't raising rates. Okay, what we can see here in this area, that I think this one is the most, because if you're hearing that there is a talk, but it says that there isn't any scheduled talk, so there is a inconsistency or disagreement. But at the moment, what I would say that we'll be looking at overall. I'm also looking at other areas to see that what is. Okay, it's on a pullback. Now this pullback is essential to see where the market is heading. Okay, and with this movement back to the upside can create this momentum. Can you buy now? Not buying yet. It's a falling market, so I would prefer to stick to selling opportunity once the market shows confirmation. All right, so sell now, not yet. We want to see that deeper pullback. Okay, but we will be, so far I'm looking at possible selling opportunity unless we see a big shift in the market sentiment. But this is the 15 minutes candle. Price action is closing, which is what we can see here, that from this daily support there is a possibility for a pullback, but after this break above can expect a downtrending move. And I'm looking to see just the overall position, not entering yet anything. Just don't enter any trade. So there is another 1 hour price action closed with large red candle. So I'm not entering yet, just I'm looking to see the possible possibilities of entry here, that there is another trend line here. What is chance of reversing from here? Okay, my entry criteria here at the moment, the market is still can reverse from this. You see the current trend line, this is what you will be waiting for, a possible break of this trend line. So break of this trend line can trigger sell, but we can see the market is already getting that some reaction of that. But let's see that how the price action do. So the price is just breaking out of the daily support, and I will be waiting for a trigger back to the upside here from this daily support. Now you can see that here the market is breaking out of this channel here. with a rejection here that you guys can see from this level price action to have that reaction. This is what I'm waiting for, the price action to show that here reaction back below, and can come down to create a new lower low here in this market that can create the downtrending move coming back potentially to this support area here. Here's the 10 EMA. The market has reacted back below from that 10 EMA, and with this rejection of this price action, the market might be here coming down back below to create a new lower low. So the 15 minutes, it's a bearish engulfer, right? And with this bearish engulfer, the market might be here coming to the support area in this zone here to create a new lower low. So approaching that, so there is a long fair value gap. Are you on this trip? Not yet looking to enter? All right, so we can see that a bearish engulfer has formed, and we're still looking to enter. Yeah, we are still looking to enter. So here's the market shows that still bearish price action, and here waiting to enter. If you look at the 15 minutes, this is currently showing that there is a stronger rejection. We can look at entry, but I would like to wait for one more chance to see the market to break that high here, because we can look at, this is currently showing a red bearish engulfer, but we will be waiting to see the market to break that high. As if you look at the daily, the price is at the daily low, right? We can sell the lower low the market can break, but it can go for another wave of retest to the upside here in the next 15 minutes or so. If we see that, we will be looking at sell. We still have the news for another 45 minutes, right? Because it's quite a few minutes remaining in this video. It can go for another wave of retest of this high, and it's in a downtrend that you guys can see here in this area. Wait for, okay, even if you wait for news and news has passed SMA period 200, whom will you be? Come on, we see that here the market now, the price action shows there is a downtrending move started. So now you can see this is the 1 minute price action. I'm looking at for this breakup structure that you can see here, shows a very strong downtrend. Now we will be targeting to the low. Now daily, if daily support entirely breaks, that can bring that market back below here to this support, or we could see the market to break further low here. even if you wait for news and okay, this guys, okay, now the market trend remain here in this downtrending mode. We are looking at from this high, from this level to this support pullback, and here is what we can see the market to remain in this area. Who is 200 SMA? So we might see continuation. You guys can see that the market started to show a downtrending move below here in this area. So it shows the market trend to remain potentially to the support, and therefore breakup structure here can create this downtrending move in this market. Breakup structure can create that bearish price action to be formed here in this area. So the market trend remain here bearish, and we are looking to see the market structure to show after a pullback to drop down to the support. And if you look at, this is a very important key support area that we are looking for the market structure to remain in this area to be bearish. So shows that there is a stronger downtrending continuation here in this market. Okay, so I'm especially looking at the 5 minutes price action trader. So you can see the daily chart, the price is entirely broken back below, which is showing that the price action coming to this support where there is a previous support area, and there might be further downside here to show its direction. And with that movement, as the market trend remain here in this bearish trend, we are looking for the price action to break that support and then to create a new lower low. That's why you draw $100. So what do you think, guys? You can see the market start to drop. Now we are planning for an entry. What's your bias? I'm going to share a pool here to see overall your bias. So share your feedback on this overall trend to see that where the market is heading. So if you look at from here, this is the move followed by this. We can see the market trend remain here bearish. We are looking at here for the market structure to move up to the previous resistance line, can create a stronger downtrending movement here in this market. So you can see the price action. The lower time frame price action as well shows a downtrending market structure that can create a stronger bearish move, and we can look at the price action to come back below to this support here to create a new lower low. Therefore, breaking to the upside here now can give us a selling opportunity for this market. Okay, so with a break of structure here, the market shows that the price has crossed that high, and you can see the market to have that reaction back below. That can create a downtrending market structure here to bring that market back below to the support to create a new lower low. Okay, we want to see the breakout structure. We'll see the market to go back again to that key level and then to react to that downside pressure here. Patience is key, as you know that sometimes it requires little patience, and that pays off. You guys look at our previous London session trade setup, successfully closed an incredible trade, and looking forward to see the similar kind of trade to come up here. Okay, you can see the price slowly breaking that shadow here with a series of lower high and lower low, which is still showing the downtrend. Very interesting, it's not going for a break of structure, slowly building its downtrending move. So daily support has entirely broken back below. That means that the price may keep pushing down here. We have news coming in 30 minutes time, less than 30 minutes. Breaking below. Surprising me a little bit. We're waiting for an entry. Okay, we are having some news coming up and that might change everything. So if you look at the current, I would like to just looking at the current sentiment again. That can give us some better understanding of what is happening. Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson, we have no talks with the US currently. So that means there is some disagreement between the two negotiations. Iran responds to the latest American proposal by refusing to open the Strait of Hormuz until the war is completely over. Okay. And Iranian National Guard, our air defense shot down. Okay. And no date or revenue has been yet finalized. So from this session, what you can see that there is no tangible discussion or the date for any future negotiation with this one here. So that means that if we look at the current market movement in terms of the sentiment, I would say that the market is still trading in the major direction. So you can see from here. And okay, so this is a very sharply has shown a strong downtrending bias. Now we can see that from here you see all those red 5 minutes candlestick pattern coming to this support that can create potentially upturn at this level. Okay, and with this upturn, as the market approaching that zone, we are looking at in this area for a pullback and then to revert again back to the downside here in this market. So this 5 minutes candle is important, because with this 5 minutes candlestick pattern we'll be able to see that how much thank you for the feedback, how much the market structure currently showing that price action pattern in this area here. Okay, so with a rejection here, we are looking for the market to go ahead and then to retest that level to return again back below to the support. We are seeing some pullback here in this area. Okay, we can see that there is an initial breakout structure. This is what we're looking to see, a clean breakout structure for us to be able to look for entry. Okay, there might be some upside momentum here. Let's delete all of our previous levels. And the 4-hour candle close that you can see from here, so it's on 15 minutes that the intraday candle closing here. On a daily chart, that if you look at from here, this is the daily resistance level, and as coming up with the upcoming data, okay, so you'll see that news coming up in with us in just a matter of 15 minutes. Okay, some manufacturing PMI, and with this upcoming news, it's gonna really be changing a lot with the upcoming news, because the market will respond with the data after a gap. There was a gap with the data, the previous data that we have seen, and I think I'm not going to go straight going long here or short. Rather, before the news you could see significant move, and that might start to change the trend again. Anyone on euro dollar? You're not entering yet. On euro dollar, I'm waiting for 10 minutes for the news to come up, and I think if you look at here, after the breakup structure, some sideways market, but this price action can break below here further. If you look at the again the 4-hour close, which is still showing that the market trend here is still bearish, so it has broken the support. Some buying pressure might come, but the overall trend, and if you're a trend trader, then I would still be looking to see possible downtrending move as the market has reacted off this high here. That can create that downtrending trigger here. Might be strongly related with gold today. Okay, here shows some trend direction at this price level. Payment time minutes, yeah. ISM, yeah. So that's what I'm waiting for, the PMI to be released, and that will give a very good move here. Let's also look at, in the meantime, overall with other instrument, right? So if you look at that here, let's say WTI. First of all, we'll be looking at DXY. DXY, if we look at this price action from the daily, the market open with a gap, shows that there is an initial bearish bias. It came after the US president backed down, not for the first time, on escalating attacks on Iran. Follow the latest. Is there any escalation with the attacks on Iran? So you can see some recent update. So this might directly influence the market. Iran Foreign Ministry spokes, okay, we have no talk with US currently. Okay, and so I think the recent here came out. Iran denies Trump claim view peace talks planned after the US call of Iraq. So Iran responded to the latest American proposal by refusing to open the Strait of Hormuz until the war is completely over. Iran definition regard our air defense shutdown. Okay. So there has been, if you look at that overall very shift in the sentiment that you guys can see. They called off for the war, and I think that's a de-escalation. At the same time, we are seeing there's some kind of disagreements, which is also again sign of escalation. If that is the case, if you look at gold here, that looking to see, we see the gold is currently in sharply in a downtrend now. As with the data coming from here, that you can see the market has created that move, and in this area here from this level, this is an initial move that you guys can see. From here, that move pullback, we could see that sideways and can expect an upturn in this area here. Upside momentum can happen. If that happens, we'll be able to see with the 5 minutes, we will be able to see the overall market movement, overall market direction here in this market. So currently this is a sideways market movement. This is a very narrow range. Okay, but the overall trend is still remaining bearish. So overall trend is still remaining here downtrend. 2 minutes to go. Do you think spike up? Can happen. But once the market shows a clear direction, we can look for entry. Currently buy. I wouldn't yet, because there is an imbalance here. The market still can come for a big spike below. Now, the market might here go, there is a potential for going here to the upside, but not without spike, which is a high possibility. Let's wait 1 more minute. Okay, you can see the market had got that spike below. What kind of information first you need to look at? 55.6, which is more than expected. Actual greater than forecast is good for currency, so that can create potentially some upside bias on dollar index, and you can see that it's trying to push here back above, though we see there is a downtrend. I think that move might create deeper pullback. with a few long wick candle here at this level that you can see. I think we might be able to see some selling opportunity here in this area. So very if you look at that, it's going in a narrow consolidation. You guys can see that, just very unusual consolidation that you can see here. And trying to break below. So the market trend is still remaining here in a downtrend. It's in a very nasty consolidation here now at the moment. So the price slowly trying to push here back above after this liquidity sweep that you can see at this level. And so we are looking at here at this level to see potentially another move back, and let's say that where the price action is heading, and based on that we can look at entry opportunity. So here is the a little bit of sideways market. You guys can see that here in this zone, which can create potentially a downtrending move here that you guys can see. There's a very narrow consolidation here. The market suddenly has gone an extended consolidation and very weird consolidation. We'll see that why this happened, but we'll see that overall the market trend, the market sometimes acts very strangely. But I think that this sideways market that you can see might just break out in one direction at any point. Welcome. Okay, we can see that. And at this level, if you look at that, where the market is, guys, don't spam, okay? Don't spam, and just be more, try to be polite, okay? Be friendly. We are here, trading community, helping each other to help trading, okay? And I don't see any Abdul here. I don't see in my chat any Abdul. Where are you getting that Abdul from? Okay, so be more cordial is very important, because we are here trading community, we are trading. That's very important to look at. All right, now what you can see, guys, in this zone, this is a narrow sideways market, which is suddenly the market has gone in a very strange sideways consolidation. I think the market should be breaking out of that level shortly after, or market might be thinking the new strategy. Let's look at where the price action is heading. Now, my friend, you have, okay, to enter a trade, we need to look at this level for another wave of breakout. Okay, I think there might be a short-term change of trend that can happen around this area. There might be a short-term change of trend can happen. Very good. You know, making laughing, making if anyone getting laughter, which is good. Okay. Anything can make you laugh is good. I think pullback. Okay. Here we are seeing some kind of sideways narrow consolidation at this level. Which is some sideways consolidation here. All right, so the market is little, if you look at that after this talk, it became a little funny, but I think that's where the price action started to move again. If you look at the 4 hour here, that you can see there is this very long sideways consolidation from the intraday, and showing up that the market to have that reaction along this area, that can happen. Okay, we're looking at here for entry from a very important supply area or demand area, so we want to look at that entry. Okay, another key factor. So you're patiently waiting, and I think the market might here have some rejection back to the upside. Okay, which is looking to see if the market is reversing of this level. It's very important, guys. Keep in mind that the key to become a consistently profitable trader is to have an understanding of when to trade, when not to. Okay, which is very important to look at. Okay, so the volume has dropped, and I'm really surprised in NY session and London session middle why suddenly the volume dropped. Okay, so let's increase our music volume. That might bring some volume in the market. So it started to break below again after retesting of this high, and start to break below after retesting of this high here. So I think the overall trend still can remain here bearish. You could see that continuing in that major flow, that overall move. With few long wick, it's not moving here now at the moment, and I think that's because we are on the first day of trading week. This world has funniest people and I have ever seen before, but it's good from them. Okay, guys, give some input about the current sentiment. What is going on here at the moment? I'm just looking to see if there is any new development which is currently governing the market movement. US manufacturing PMI at 55.6% July 2026, which is more than the forecast. So that, I think, this is where the market little got. This is the dollar index that you can see here, and dollar index here, that after the gap open, the market slowly building its momentum here back to the upside. You guys can see that here on dollar index. So that shows that the overall, after break of this low, the market can go for a dip, and I think this market is highly likely to remain in this direction here for another move. However, subjected to the current sentiment, of course. And here, very strange sideway movement that we can see at this level. So lower time frame have some upside bias along this zone. This might bring that market back to this previous resistance line, and I think it might go back to 4052 or around this area. It can happen. Yeah, I'm waiting for an entry, but the market is not moving. It became very strangely sideways. Suddenly, the volume dropped, and I think it's gonna show a directional bias here in this area. Yeah, suddenly became slow, but I think because it's a high volume session, I don't know why suddenly market became slow, but might be having some potential liquidity grab here. Yeah, so it shows that after this massive drop, the market slowly building its momentum back to the upside here. But we might see the market to go ahead. Look at that here, creating new higher high. Some of the recent level of resistance that could happen along this area. So these are some of the levels the market might be going to retest that. And it might be here preparing for a potentially a reversal move in this area. Okay. Yeah, we had a very good trade in our London session setup. Probably you guys have seen that. Now we are beginning another new trading session here, and very successful move. One good trade is sometimes more than enough for your whole week, right? Patience is key. Someday we trade a lot. we are seeing that of this support area there is a sharp breakout, and with this breakout the market is showing this upside, and I'm looking forward to see the market to go back again to show a new directional bias. Especially when the volume is higher, this good move might come along this area. Okay, showing that some upside momentum again in this area. Still the direction is not fully clear here. If you look at the market is going to this resistance line at this level. Okay, it's almost the 1 hour candle close has come. So in the after the back-to-back 2 hours of drop, this hour that you can see the market is currently in a slower movement here. And in this zone where there is a higher area of value, which is a resistance line here, and this price action still undecided either to break below or going back again to the upside. It still can break below entirely and then can continue to trend downward in this support area here. Thank you. Yes, agree. 2 trades is enough. Yeah, sometimes we trade many, right? We trade many. Sometimes 1 to 2 trades is enough for you to do that, depending on your trading style. But the most important part here is to remain consistent, right? That's where the most important part, remaining consistent. Okay, with a series of high or low, we had our London session and we have taken the trade. Now it's a very suddenly in a sharp consolidation. I would be preferring to wait for this market to break out. Okay, and as if you look at, we have successfully traded in our London session, and I'm looking at now to trade in our NY session after the market have a breakout. Okay, as you know that I'm coming on live trading live every single day to trade the market, right, with all of you guys. Now our premium entry is very limited now, with few more entries available, and you guys will see this is going to as we have just begun our new week, and after the past weeks quite a few members join on board, and you're welcome. So if you want to explore more the premium group, which is probably today, tomorrow could be the last day that you can join with completely free of charge, which before it goes to the normal. I've shared with you the discounted coupon, which is completely 100% discounted, along with the website where you can access trading tools, strategies, trade ideas, and expert advisor that I'm using. So you can use that link, get into the dashboard of your member for lifetime before it gets closed. So I have shared with you the coupon here. You can use that, or you can directly jump on the below the video on the description of this video, where you can also access all of that. That said, this is another trading day. We have passed 2 sessions, 1 trade, and I'm looking for more entries after the market started to trend again. That said, thanks for joining here. We'll see you again very soon with any update or trade ideas later.